on our team seems to be extremely health conscious.
Right.
We all work out. We all we all prize, being fit. And that's another thing that I see that other people doing that I don't want to, have fall by the wayside, because if you're not healthy, you're not going to be good at your job.
Right, it's really true, right? And then, of course, Linda, who's had this company for 38 plus years,
Mhm.
she has a personal trainer still,
Yes. I
right?
know. She was working out, like, I think she still works out 3 to
Yeah,
4 days
yeah,
a week
yeah.
with a personal
With a
trainer.
personal trainer, in
Yes.
addition to what she does on her own,
Yes.
right? I mean, and I think, it's been such an important part of it's really something that we don't really talk about,
Mhm.
but it really is an important part of being here,
Mhm.
is we want you to take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually,
Mhm.
right?
And if that weren't the case, I wouldn't be here, because I don't
Right,
wanna work I don't wanna work with zombies.
right.
I don't wanna work with people that don't take care of themselves.
Right. Yeah, and the physical part is important, because this is, whether people want to realize it or not, it is a little bit physically demanding.
No, it's more than physically demanding. We're driving all the time. We're engaging with people all the time on multiple platforms. It can get overwhelming, and you just have to make sure that you are taking the necessary steps to make sure that you're your best at your best.
Right. And then the mental part,
Mhm.
it's really mentally exhausting,
Mhm.
right? Because you're having to think about so many things,
Mhm.
as take a buyer in your car or whatever you do, right?
Right.
There's a lot of things going on. And then it's the emotional exhaustion
Mhm.
at the end of the day.
And buyers can be extremely difficult. They
Yeah.
can be extremely, taxing on your, emotions, and just being able to really just, as you're dealing with them, take a step back and just say, "Okay, I understand what they need. I will provide that with it for them in, in a way that's good for me, but good for them as well."
Right. And that emotional piece of it is so important, isn't it?
No, it's great. It's essential.
Right? It's, we talked about the empathy part, but being emotionally connected to your client,
Mhm.
right, becomes so important.
And I think there's a dearth of that with, like, other companies that I'd been interviewing with. I kind of felt like it was a little bit too sharky.
Right.
I kept analogizing it to being like in a Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And real estate can be really a cutty like that, to use
Right.
a Bay Area expression.
But it's not, that's not been your experience here.
Absolutely not. But I think we're as competitive as everybody else, but we don't choose to have that mentality.
Right. And that's it. And for you, that was something that was really important coming
Right.
in,
No, 100%.
right?
Because, I mean, I got my PhD in Yale, and, living in that kind of environment and working in that environment was not exactly the most healthy. And then I started a tech company in San Francisco, and that was very, the same way. It's not I don't expect work to be easy. I don't expect it to be, unhealthy.
Mm, mm. Yeah, and so that unhealthy, see, that's a beautiful statement that you're making there, that you don't expect it to be unhealthy. You expect it to be busy. You expect it to be challenging.
Mhm.
You expect it to work hard,
Mhm.
but you don't expect it to be unhealthy.
Right.